Oh, 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 uh. Oh, there I am. Oh, I need to. There you go. Oh,こんルアー岩波ルアーです。Tonight, I got something to confess. I went to another convention. I went to another convention. Guys. It wasn't a gaming convention, but more on that later. But yeah, I went to another anime convention. Oh my god. It's like hold on. Let me update this bottom message. Too many conventions help me. There you go. Hello there, Dark Tommy. Thanks for stopping by. You're just in time to see me talk about my experiences at Crunchyroll Expo. 'Cause I went there last weekend. And it's really weird because the week before this, I went to another convention called California Extreme, and it was just like a bunch of arcade games in one place, and it was basically like gamer bliss for me because so many games in one place. And so yeah, literally the week after that, there's this Crunchyroll Expo 2022. I went to the thing. Please check for me. Is there any female weeb in Crunchyroll Expo? Oh, plenty. Also, hello, super sexy boing boing big oppai neko. That name's never going to not surprise me every time I see it. Hey, how are you guys doing? Thanks for stopping by. But you came just in time for me to discuss Crunchyroll Expo, a convention that I went to this weekend because August is crazy when it comes to conventions. Like very crazy. It's like there was a convention at the end of July. There was Crunchyroll Expo, and guess what? More on this later. But there's gonna be another one in like a couple weeks from now. It's like 2 weeks from now. There's gonna be another gaming convention, and I'm just like, Lord have mercy on my wallet. Lord have mercy on my goddamn wallet. I'm trying to save up for a trip to Japan. A tour guided trip to Japan. Bleh. But anyways, let's not waste any more time and get down to business. Yes, this is where I went to. Crunchyroll Expo. It is at the exact same convention center as another local anime convention that I go to, FanimeCon. I didn't do a Luretalk on that because I was just starting my VTuber activities when I went to FanimeCon. So I didn't really discuss much other than the fact that I pulled myself in the arcade room and just played the train simulator all weekend. Yeah, whenever I wasn't doing anything else, I was just sat at the Densha to Go cabinet and just driving trains. It was great because it was the first time I ever played Densha to Go, and it was very marvelous. But yeah, the Crunchyroll Expo taking place in the exact same place as FanimeCon is basically my quote unquote industry convention. Because the other alternative is going all the way down south to Anime Expo, and I hear a bunch of horror stories about Anime Expo. About, like, I was in a voice chat on a Discord server last night, and there was one guy that had a friend that did Artist Alley there, and he was just like, yeah, we're gonna go down, we're thinking about coming down to Anime Expo. And then the Artist Alley person was like, don't do it, it was like, don't do it, it's not worth it. And I was just like, damn. It was like, if the people that are attending Anime Expo strongly suggest against going to Anime Expo, you know something's wrong. So yeah, I decided to go to Crunchyroll Expo instead because one, it's in my local area, and two, it's much more chill. Like, it's not like hella crowded like Anime Expo is, because, you know, I'm not sure if you know this, but like, there are some people that really don't like Crunchyroll. So that means, like, there'll be like a crowd of people that are just like, that'll be like, Crunchyroll, get this out of my face. And then it just leaves it, and it just leaves all the people that just don't know much about, like, Crunchyroll and stuff to, it's basically lively for the people that do enjoy it, but, like, it's not going to be as popular because, yeah, there are people that don't really like Crunchyroll for their reasons. There are valid reasons to hate on them, but that's not what we're gonna be talking about. We're mostly going to be talking about my anime convention experiences. I've only been to one Anime Expo in my life, and I enjoyed it a lot. I'm very glad you enjoyed your time at Anime Expo. But, like, especially in, like, I'm sure Anime Expo was pretty good, like, especially in, like, the early 10s, where it wasn't, like, super big, like, where it was big, but not, like, super big enough to, like, constitute a fire hazard. But all I've been hearing nowadays about Anime Expo is just, like, really dreadful things about it. But, yeah. Crunchyroll Expo. Yeah. There's lots of theming stuff that, like, Crunchyroll likes to do with this anime convention. Like they like to theme things out of, like, as a city. So they had a lot of signs that, like, direct you to things, like, help you direct you to things. They had, like, directories on, like, where everything is. They have a newspaper. They have a newspaper that doubles as, like, excuse me, this doubles as, like, introducing the convention, but it also doubles as, like, a schedule and stuff, like a schedule, like, there's, like, a schedule on the back, and there's I think there's, like, small interviews and, like, introducing, like, all of the different panels that will be happening there. Speaking of panels, we'll get to that a bit shortly, but this was actually the first time that I actually went to my very first and only VTuber panel. Yeah, somehow I managed to make it into the whatchamacallit. I managed to make it into the Crazy Ollie and Baze Hako's Family Tree panel at Crunchyroll Expo. And it was the first VTuber panel that they had, and, like, it was really nice just basking in the atmosphere and legit just being, like, yeah, the people in the front, they got, like, the most attention because, like, that's where all the cameras are at. But being inside, like, an auditorium of, like, VTuber fans is it is literally like the live studio audience equivalent of VTuber chat. Yeah, it's the live studio audience of being part of the VTuber chat. The people in front are kind of like the chatters that like really chatted up with the VTubers, while I am like the equivalent of someone that just very occasionally types in lol like every once in a while in chat. And like it was nice. It was great that I got to see Bae and Crazy Ollie like try to unravel the whole Hololive family tree in one session. And they also had like a karaoke session afterwards too, which I thought was really nice. And yeah, this was the first and only VTuber panel that I was actually able to make it in. I actually did want to check out the Amelia Watson and Gargura one, as well as the Takanashi Kia, as well as like the Takanashi Kiara, the Taco Tori one with Kiara and Ina, as well as just any one of the Prism Project panels. But for Hololive, I could understand it. There are a crap ton of Hololive fans that want to see like their favorite VTubers on the big screen, and because of that, you basically had to queue 2 hours ahead of time just to be able to get in. Yeah, it sucked. it sucked, but what can you do? What can you do? But just like, you know, if you have nothing else to do with your life, just stand in line for 2 hours if it means like meeting your favorite VTubers. But honestly, I'm going to appreciate all that I can with the only VTuber panel I was able to make, because it's VTubers, man. I really wish I could have made one, like at least one Prism Project panel. I heard like Prism Project stuff was like all pre-recorded, so I didn't like, I heard their stuff was pre-recorded, but I still wanted to see it live just so I could like see the audience reaction. But you know, it is what it is. Like, yeah, I wasn't able to catch any of those or the rest of like Hololives, but I did see some of the VODs for it, or I did like catch some of the VODs for it. I might need to like finish them eventually, because I hear they're going to be taking them down today if they haven't already. But yeah, VTuber panel, man. I wish I could like, I probably might try, because this is my second anime convention out of like not being at anime conventions for a while, because, you know, virus situation and whatnot. But so I there's a lot that I need to relearn about like how to best optimize things for like an anime convention. But I still enjoyed myself. Here. And next up, yeah, I took a look around and did like Crunchyroll. When it comes to Crunchyroll Expo, like they relish in spectacle. So like you get animes, you get like actual anime sponsors that actually build big whatchamacallit exhibits. Yeah, they make big exhibits of different anime and stuff, and there's like other people that bring stuff like you see in that bottom left there. You see in that bottom left corner, there's that Usada Pekora Itasha, like that anime cars that you wouldn't want to be, that the anime cars you wouldn't want to get caught driving out in public. Or maybe you do. Maybe you're just that much of a degenerate. As well as like there's this guy that was making like a whole chalk mural of Genshin Impact. Oh my god, you can, there's also QR code that I could probably like check out to like see like all of his other work. But like, yeah, we got things like Aniplex advertising like new stuff like Chorus Recoil, which all I know is like, oh yeah, it involves like a cafe and stuff. But we also got Sword Art Online's 10th anniversary. That was that was a whole like museum exhibit in and of itself. There was like different interview bits like throughout this whole exhibit, and it just had full walls of illustrations and like storyboards and life-size cutouts and stuff. And also Spy X Family, they had life-size cutouts of the cast of Spy X Family, Anya, Nor, and yeah. Car with anime girls on it, the chat. Dude, this reminds me of this one time where I actually did see an Itasha at like my local electronics store. I don't have it uploaded right now because I only uploaded the stuff necessary for the whatchamacallit, the like me talking about Crunchyroll Expo. But like one day on my local electronics store, I actually just randomly saw like, I think it was like a snow Miku. Yeah, it was just a snow Miku Itasha, like just randomly chilling at an electronics store parking lot. And it was like, what? I just thought that was interesting. But yes, car with anime girls on it is equal to the Chadmobile. And what would an anime convention be without cosplayers? Yes. When it comes to anime conventions, you are going to run into a cosplayer, or two, or three, or a dozen, or maybe a dozen of a dozen. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Anime conventions equal cosplay. So, yes. The one expo I went to wasn't half as cool as the one you went. Oh, Anime Expo? Yeah. Yes, there's Ghost Mume. Oh god. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, there's Ghost Mume. Ghost Mume right here. It was lovely. So, yeah, there's Gundams right here, and anyone that watches the VOD or is in chat, I'm not sure if you can see this as well, but I really want to tell these guys, but I don't. These guys are. So if anyone can help me with this, like either in chat or in the comment section, we really appreciate it. And of course, there's Among Us, and of course, there's Among Us, because you know, of course there's Among Us. These nuts, Among Us, sheesh. Yes. But yeah, there's Among Us. They got Among Us, sis. And there's more cosplayers. We got more cosplayers where that came from. We got a Ganyu. This one's technically not cosplay, but I saw this guy lugging around like life-size cardboard cutouts of Gargura and Amelia Watson, which I thought was just really interesting. Speaking of which, there were reports that Small Ame was at Crunchyroll Expo. I did not run into Small Ame at Crunchyroll Expo. Mostly because, well, I'm going to assume she mostly hung out in the Hololive meet area. And, yeah, more about that later. But anyways, we got Reen and Len. Good to see that, like, classic Vocaloids still getting representation even to this day. You got a nice little wiggly, like a little squiggly made cosplay. I was tempted to say that this was whatchamacallit. I was tempted to say that this was Wrigley Nightbug, but Wrigley Nightbug does not dress up like a maid. It's not dressed up like a maid. But yeah, this one I actually like. We basically like talk shop about like rhythm, like the state of rhythm games at like anime conventions, because I was in line for a pretty rare rhythm game. That usually doesn't make it to anime conventions. It's a rhythm game called Ongeki. I don't have many pictures of it in this presentation, but it's a pretty unique and interesting rhythm game, I'll just say that. And last but not least, there is a Yor cosplayer, accompanied by an Anya cosplayer, holding up a sign that legit says $5 to be stepped on by Yor. I have a story to tell you guys about me getting stepped on by Yor. So, saddle in, boys. So, let's start things off with this tidbit. I actually did pay the Yor cosplayer $5 to get stepped on, but the part that almost got pretty dangerous was the part where she said, where do you want to get stepped on? And without thinking, I just went, I was just like, my face. And then both of us thought about it for like a brief moment. I was just like, you know what happens when you do the face, right? And I was just like, and it took us like a few more seconds to realize that's pretty yabai. That's pretty yabai. That's pretty yabai. Yeah. So before things got too awkward, I basically told her like, where do you recommend? Okay, so where do you recommend? Where do you recommend? And two of the suggestions she gave me was one, the stomach, which could have potentially made things just as awkward, because getting stepped on in the stomach means that I am facing up. You know what happens when you're facing up and someone's stepping on you? Exactly. So the other option was like, yeah, I'm gonna. The other option was I can step on your back, and yeah, just to be safe, I went for the back. I mean, it's better than other certain part. Your whole generation can disappear if you know. Shrimps! Shrimps! Oh my god, shrimps! Shrimps! No! Bruh. Oh my god. So yeah, I just had your step on my back, and that was the best. It was worth my $5, because the other thing is I got the Anya cosplayer to take pictures of me getting stepped on by Yor. So it was a good it was a nice photo opportunity. I'm not showing you pictures of that because, you know, real life me. So not right now. But yeah, that was my adventures with with getting stepped on by the Yor cosplayer. Yes. Make sure you don't make things too awkward with yourself and the cosplayer, and things will go all right. Now, okay, next slide. So yeah, I got swag, because of course I got swag. There was free swag. And the only free swag I got was the My Hero Academia tote bag, a Crunchyroll Expo poster, and an Anya hat, or like an Anya face hat. And the thing about the Anya face hat is that it's double sided. And the thing about excuse me. And the thing about the Anya face hat is that it's double-sided. So you can actually invert the thing, and not pictured, but she has like that smug smile. She has like a really smug smile on the other side. We can't handle your greatness, chadness, and holiness if you show your real picture, so don't. The whole world's not ready. Yes, exactly. No one is ready to see what I am capable of. See the true prowess that is Lure Iwanami IRL. Yes. I also got a platelet sticker, because there was this one group of platelet cosplayers that was just legit handing these things out, and I was just like, hey, can I have a platelet? They legit had a sign that said free platelet stickers. It's like, I will have one free platelet sticker, please. And then they gave me a sticker, and yes. I also got more swag that's not pictured here, because I am bad at taking pictures of things, or taking pictures of things that matter. So like, I bought an Artist Alley sticker book because I realized I have a bunch of stickers in reserve, and I didn't know where to put them until I discovered the concept of sticker books. Just shut up. It's either a sticker book or figuring out where to put stickers on things, because like, not everything is permanent. So if I stick something if I stick a thing that I like onto something, I want that thing to last. And if it doesn't last, then like, what was the point? So I got a sticker book. I also bought 2 t-shirts at Crunchyroll Expo. I went to a Hololive X Omocat booth, and they had a Bay t-shirt. They got a Bay t-shirt, and I bought the Bay t-shirt. And they also had a new Crunchy City Music Fest t-shirt that I also got, because like, for some reason they didn't have a normal like Crunchyroll Expo 2022 t-shirt in stock. So that was the next best thing that I could think of. And then the last thing I got was a big ass Crunchyroll Expo poster. How big is big ass? You can put this on a door. Yeah, it's that big. You could put it on like a normal sized door, and it would take up most of the door. That's how big it was. I did not realize how big it was until I unraveled it at home and found out that like, this is really big. Like, where am I gonna put this? Where am I gonna put this post? So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the big ass Crunchyroll Expo poster. I think I might just give it to my brother. And he'll just like paste it somewhere in his apartment or something. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, swag. I got it because like, if I go to a convention, I want to at least come out of it with like something from it, you know, whether it's from the Artist Alley or like the dealer's hall or like the exhibitions and stuff. Yeah, just something to like remember when I went to Crunchyroll Expo 2017, the very first one where they had no arcade and had no idea how to like handle stuff like that. Yeah. Well, isn't that nice? You had extra blanket though. The warmness from that convention could work. No, it's just a poster. Like, it's big, but I definitely can't use it as a blanket. But yeah, But yeah, Crunchyroll Expo swag. Oh yeah, they had an arcade. Yeah, they had a lot of arcade games this year. Or rather, not like a lot of arcade games in that like they had like a bunch of machines, but they had like a huge variety selection of like arcade machines and stuff. So here we got the Sega rhythm game section. We got it's very small here, but we got My, we got Chunithm, we got a pair of My, we got a pair of Chunithyms, and we got a single Ongeki. This is a convention first for me. Like this game right here, you don't usually see it at an anime convention. This is the first time I've seen it. And I wish it could come to more anime conventions in the future because I want to play more of it. They had dance games too. They had 2 DDRs, one of them running an older version and one of them running a new version with like almost the latest stuff. Here we had like the old school like rhythm game section where we had like a Dance Maniacs where you like wave your hands between like infrared sensors and you try to do your own dance moves and stuff. Excuse me. And I had Love Live. I did talk about this last week at California Extreme where I told you about the Love Live arcade game. This is the exact same arcade game. Here is the relatively small Konami section. So we got a U-Beat here, we got a Sound Voltex here, and we got a 2DX here. Yeah. And also we got Taiko no Tatsujin, and we got the rare and sought after the arcade version of Rhythm Heaven. Because yes, they made an arcade version of Rhythm Heaven. Silver. This was before this game came over to the States. Yes. And of course, there's more stuff in the arcade. We had a racing game section with 2 pairs of Initial D, the arcades, as well as 2 pairs of maximum tune 6Rs. Because, yes. Because here we got the technical racing, and here we got the street racing. With also a side of technical racing because they also have mountainside locales as well. And of course, we got the Densha Dego. You can also see the Densha Dego right here. We also have more like the assorted rhythm game section. Like we have 2 pairs of Project Divas, a Groove Coaster, and a Waka. We got the party game we got these 2 party games right here. We got the Bishibashi as well as Bishibashi Channel. So 2 Bishibashi games in one place. Both of them. And it's really nice. We got Point Blank, like the HD remaster of Point Blank. And we got the table flip game, which I actually got like a proper picture of because the thing is this game was at California Extreme and I was a dingus for not taking a picture of it. So yeah. This is a table flip game called specifically Chou Taburai Gaisi. And basically the objective of the game is to unleash your anger and then just let out a massive table flip that causes as much destruction as possible. Yes. And over here we got 2 like all-in-one like multi-cabs. So one of them ran fighting games and other one ran like more fighting games. But yeah. That was the arcade. Not pictured is like a single Dance Rush Stardom cabinet, but you know what? That's not. Just pretend it was there. Oh yeah, they also had a manga library. I didn't take that many pictures of it though because It's a manga library. You just pick a manga and you go and you just pick a manga and like yeah, they had like beanbags you could lay on and like relax in the manga library. They actually had like relaxing music at the manga library too. Hold on, let me bring up my Crunchyroll Expo videos because yes, I actually did take videos of this thing. Hold on, let me just mute this real fast and see if this works. Let's see if this works first time. Yes. This was the whole manga library section. It was nice and cozy. I liked it. But yes, they had a they had a nice cozy manga library. I didn't do much in it though because I mean I could have. They did have copies of like copies of like Miss Kobayashi's Maid Dragon, like Dragon Maid. I could have just read that, but I didn't because I wanted to. Most of the time I was busy doing stuff like I don't know this. This isn't Refrain, by the way. Yeah, I basically did that almost all week. I was mostly in the arcade. Like when it comes to me in conventions, most of my time is just gonna be spent in the arcades. Yeah, it's just a matter of fact for me. What can I say? I'm a gamer. I like games. Oh yeah, Hololive Meet was also a thing. I didn't take many pictures of Hololive Meet, of like the Hololive Meet area, because I was under the impression that you had to win a ticket to the meet and greet in order to be at the Hololive Meet section at all. Like I had this whole impression that Hololive Meet was restricted to people that won the lottery to get into the the meet and greet section. So I just didn't really do much. Like I do know that they had these things, which were really nice. Like the thing about these stands is that they're actually up to scale. Like they're up to scale with what their canon height is, and I'm actually just as tall as Mume. I like around 160, I'm just around as tall as Mume. I may be taller than Bae though. At 160? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't take many pictures of Hololive Meet because I thought that you had to win the lottery to, you know, even check out the place in the first place. So yeah, I didn't really take many pictures of it. Other interesting things that I found throughout this convention. Apparently there was a ground to roof mural of Crunchyroll Expo with the big city motif that Crunchyroll likes to use. And like this was actually the line to get into the cosplay area. This was actually the line that like led people to the cosplay gatherings and stuff. You got TVs all around, the FBI. Just security just chilling about. Oh yeah, KFP. They had like KFP branded refreshments at Crunchyroll Expo, which to my if I remember correctly, one of the things that I had there was a thing called Jimmy's Legs, and if you're thinking that it's chicken legs, no, it's not. It's not chicken legs. They're actually chicken tenders, but it was all right. It was all right. It was all right for themed refreshments based off like Hololive stuff, especially since, you know, Kiara actually like does the whole like whatchamacallit, the whole that whole like, you know, running the best fast food joint spiel and stuff. And I didn't take I don't think I took video of this, but they actually had like they actually had like various Kiara clips, like Kiara KFP themed clips playing on the side of this KFP refreshment stand. I just thought that was like a really interesting touch. They actually made like a KFP beverage area. It was nice. Of course, it's overpriced because, of course, it is. But you know, it was worth like having at least once. There's a guy that shows up a lot with like an assortment of signs. The assortment of signs with things limited, like including but are not limited to. Let me bring up a local copy of this picture so that way I can read what the signs are. Read what the signs are. Where is it? Where is it? There is it. There it is. Now I just need to get in and zoom in. It's like, when you plan for the con, line con is best con. Heat wave, guess I'll die. When you hear someone cough at the con, they find your lack of faith disturbing. Roses are red, violets are blue. Omae wa mo shinderu. Con responsibly. Don't be Yamcha. Let me tell you why you do not know the way. Mask and Vax or the music plays. Oh my god. When you go over your budget at the con, when you're not financially stable at the con, no life. When you see all the things you want at the con, when you eat a bacon wrapped hot dog at the con, yes, they actually had these things called danger dogs at the convention that people sold outside, where it was legit like bacon wrapped hot dogs with like whichever toppings you want on top of it, like bell peppers or grilled onions. When you make adult decisions, all your waifus are belong to the and yeah, the guy has like really in like a nice big assortment of like meme signs and stuff. And yes, Hololive, Love Live. When VTubers take over my life so hard, I almost completely forget that Love Live is a thing that exists. I'm sorry, Love Live. Friendship ended with Love Live. Now Hololive is my best friend. At least in terms of like the idol stuff, you know. Yeah. And last but not least, of course, the food. Because of course. And when it comes to food, diets are useless. You just wolf down whatever you find, and I mean, yeah, it's not good for you, but it's a convention, and it was worth just like, you know, just checking this stuff out, just checking it out. I actually did try out this the Psycho Donuts mochi donut. Yeah, it was like a chocolate covered mochi donut. With a sugar drizzle on top, and it was nice. That was the last time you got to see it like very clean though, because it basically just fell apart when I started eating it. Like all of the crumbs started falling off. Like the mochi was like very soft. It was still like soft and chewy. Like this was legit like a mochi donut. It still tasted nice though. Next thing I had a steak sandwich. I had a steak sandwich at like the bougie place that I always go to whenever I go to cons in this area. Had like, you know, like medium well steak with melty Havarti, balsamic onions and horseradish, and also a nice side of like French fries. It was nice. And that was what I had for lunch. And then as like a snack drink, there was a bakery across the street, like across the restaurant that I ate at. And one of the things they had was this thing called the café glace. And what it basically is, or how I can basically describe it, is imagine a root beer float, but instead of root beer, it's coffee. That was what I think café glace was. Like they just had coffee and then they just put a scoop of ice cream inside. Café glace. I could make this at home actually. You just like go to a local grocery store, get like vanilla ice cream, make coffee in the morning, but instead of like making it with whatchamacallit, with like making like normal iced coffee, you just brew your coffee and like at the bottom, like, or like you just get like a scoop of ice cream and then you just brew coffee on top of it. And I think that's what would be like café glace. And then, yes, I went to a pizza place. I went to a pizza place and I got pasta. Yes, it's an interesting quirk for me to go to a restaurant and not get the things that restaurant is known for. It was a place called Mas Pizza. And yeah, they did have like a nice assortment of pizzas there. But they also had pasta. Yeah, they also had pasta. And I will say, out of all of the things that I have had in this slide, the pasta was... I hate to say it, but... the pasta was not that great. I mean, like... Yeah, I guess the bread was alright, but the chicken was dry, and the Alfredo sauce was like all sorts of unflavorful. Yes, no seasoning, no flavor, it was just cream. It was just cream. Cut to the next day, and this is all the stuff that I had at day 2 actually. So for breakfast, I decided to come in to this one breakfast place that's only open for breakfast now. It used to be open all day, but then you know, the virus happened, and so they're only open during breakfast. They're only open during breakfast. But when they are open though, oh boy, they have like, I think one of the best eggs Benedicts that I've ever had. And I got like nice roast potato, like nice potatoes there too. Nice seasoned potatoes. Potatoes, and I got some iced coffee with a little bit of half and half. Probably should have put a little bit more sugar in there too, because like I don't like my coffee that bitter. Maybe it'll just like a slight sweetness, but not so much sugar that it basically turns into a soft drink. Just like 1 or 2 packets, and that's Gucci for me. The Japanese hot dog place also makes a return too, and I basically got the exact same hot dog that I got from FanimeCon, which I didn't talk about because again I was just getting started with VTubing when I went to FanimeCon. So yes, I wasn't able to talk much about that. I actually had this right here. This was Jimmy's legs. Basically what that translates to is chicken tenders with shoestring fries and barbecue sauce, of course. And last but not least, I had 2 slices of New York style pepperoni and sausage pizza at a local New York style pizza joint for dinner. Very late dinner. Like, the dining hall was about to close in like 15 minutes late. And also the convention was going to close at the exact same time as well. But yeah, that was my diet at AnimeCon, and that is all for Crunchyroll Expo. And I would love to say that, like, yeah, this is all there is. This is all there is to me in AnimeCons, but I hate to break it to you. Guys. I'm doing it again 2 weeks from now. I'm doing it again. I'm going to this video game and music. I'm going to this music and video games convention called MagWest. And going to all the conventions. There's so many conventions happening in this month. That is my wallet crying. It's like, yeah, I did spend quite a bit at Crunchyroll Expo, but you know, it's nice. It's okay. I'm gonna pay myself a little bit more anyway, because open stock season is happening at my 9 to 5, which means that I can sell some of my stonkusu. I can sell a little bit of my stonkusu for me to pay myself, to like potentially pay myself a little bit more, but probably not on time to like get it in time for MagWest. But you know what, it is what it is. Well, yeah. Thank you guys for stopping by and listening to me talk more about anime conventions. Tomorrow, I'm going to be going back to Klonoa once again, because last week somehow I managed to heck up my stream. So hard that somehow I did not realize that my stream ended. I did not realize that my stream ended until like 40 to 50 minutes after I got into the final stage boss. So yeah, we're doing that again. Going through the trials and tribulations of that stage one more time. It's 3rd time's the charm, right? Yes. So yeah, thank you guys for stopping by and listening to me talk about Crunchyroll Expo. Now I'm going to be streaming more streaming and hopefully beating Klonoa Door to Phantom tomorrow. So yes, hope you guys can look forward to that. And yes, 2 weeks from now I'm going to be doing this all over again. I'm going to be doing it all over again. I'm going to talk about my experiences at MagWest. Or maybe I won't. Or maybe I'll just like keep my experiences to myself, so that way, I don't know. Yeah, just like, I don't know though. I'll let you know when the time comes for it. But like right now, I'm kind of conflicted on whether or not I want to do it. But yes, I will let you guys know. Thank you guys. But until then, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next stream. Bye bye.